All right, guys, I'm going to be doing a top 10 rankings of a lot of different stuff, right? Submissions, fights, um, whatever it is. Anything you can rank, anything you can rank, I'm doing it. And right now, I'm doing a top 10 knockouts of 2025. I'm going to make it short and simple, short and easy. These are the criterias that I'm going to show you. Knockout, obviously, like the beauty of the knockout matters a lot, right? Did they go out in one shot? Matters a lot because I think every single shot here is basically one shot KO. Um, that's not true. I lied. But the opponent matters. The durability of the opponent matters. So there's a lot of stuff that actually matters of why I put these top 10 in the top 10, right? Let's first start with honorable mentions. So Jamal Hill versus Yuri Prochazka. Prochazka knocked out Jamal Hill. That's an honorable mention. It was 1-1 going into the third. Jamal Hill had some success in the second round, but Yuri was just too much for him and knocked him out with a nice pull counter. It was beautiful. Waited for Jamal Hill to overextend, knocked him out, TKO'd on the ground. Beautiful shot by Yuri Prochazka. He is a third round warrior, right? Third round is his round. Maybe just the last rounds are his rounds, right? The it's either me or you. We're gonna die in this round type of round is where he succeeds and thrives in. Next is Gregory Rodriguez knocking out Jack Hermanson. I mean, what a gorgeous knockout. It was a check hook. Just absolutely floors Jack Hermanson. I thought Jack Hermanson freaking went to go see Santa Claus or something. I mean, this guy literally was gone. I mean, you couldn't find him, right? He was so bad. He got knocked out so bad that he decided, I'm going to lose 15 pounds and go fight at welterweight and get knocked out by Miktabek Oldubay. That's basically Miktabek Oldubay. That's basically what happened to Jack Hermanson. I mean, he went to Queer Street on that, and that's nothing against the LGBTQ community, right? Next is Elijah Smith versus this Asian guy. Was it Kazama? Kazama hits this nasty Choi bar, then to triangle setup. It was beautiful. And Elijah Smith said, fuck all that noise. I'm going to just slam you like I'm Rampage Jackson. And he did it. And it was a nice slam. But again, Kazama really is nothing. So I can't really put this in like a top 10 KO video. I'm like, how is this more impressive? Is this more impressive than so-and-so knocking out a champion who's never been finished in his life? I don't think so. Right. And then obviously Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. The sequence was nice, and Dalby never gets knocked out. This in like 30 fights. This is his first time ever really showing any weakness in his durability. And he usually is a cardio machine. He's very durable. You see him get drilled and nothing happens. But Randy Brown put him out, stiffened him up, and you got to put that as honorable mention. More honorable mentions. How about Abdul Razak Al Hassan dominating that round versus Cesar Almeida, but being very reckless. And Cesar Almeida KOs him with a nice check hook. Abdul Razak Al Hassan, who was a boogeyman in the welterweight division, then has that rape case, then goes up to 185. And at 185, everybody thought he'd be a menace. Then he starts winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. And then Cesar Almeida, who was a favorite at the time, to beat the underdog Abdul Razak Al Hassan, was getting wobbled and almost finished himself. Comes back with this nice check hook, counters Abdul Razak Al Hassan, KOs him. How about was it Ji Sung Yu? I think his name is Ji Sung Yu. I'm guessing he fought Jeka Sergi, right? The Indonesian check hook, beautiful check hook, knocks him out cold. But Sergi, I mean, again, like, is he a great opponent? It was a beautiful KO though. Lured into that trap, hit a nice angle on the outside, check hooked him to death, face planted, beautiful KO by the Korean. Next is Raider Ritter beating Bo Nickel. The quality opponent matters to me. Raider Ritter broke him down, made Bo Nickel basically quit and get tired, and those knees to the body were vicious. Raider Ritter put him away, knocked him out, TKO'd him. Bo Nickel didn't want anymore. Beat the hype train. That matters a lot to me. That's just what matters to me. Next is Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez. That's a very big KO as well. Jared Cannonier put it on Gregory Rodriguez after getting knocked down in the first round, after getting hurt in the second round. He put it on in the third and fourth round, finished Gregory Rodriguez, where Gregory Rodriguez is known as this RoboCop. That's his nickname. This guy who's unfinishable unless your name is Bruno Ferreira. Like, he can eat shots, and Jared Cannonier put him away in the fourth round. got him tired, and it was a beautiful, beautiful KO. Definitely a Rocky moment versus um, Ivan Drago, right? Let's start number 10. Salkilld. Salkilld over Haqparast. Haqparast never gets hurt. He never gets hurt. And Salkilld just puts this KO. And I called this KO, actually. I was like, oh, he has the head kick. I mean, the guy, he's literally reaching for every single body kick. And Salkilld, I'm like, he has to set up the KO. Head kick, literally 2 seconds after I said it. He goes for the KO head kick, knocks him out. Beautiful thing to see. Salkilld had a nice KO against Haqparast, where it was a 50-50 fight on the feet until Haqparast started putting pressure on him. You see Salkilld, who's known to get tired in fights. He then says, hey, you know what? I'm just going to unset up this. I'm going to throw an unset up head kick, and it ended up working against Haqparast, knocking him out for the first time in his career. That was a nice KO. At number 9, Prates KO's Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal is a great striker, great boxer. Carlos Prates, what does he do? He puts him on his ass, knocks him out. Jeff Neal was winning this round for the first 3 minutes. But I realized you're not winning a round versus Carlos Prates unless you put him out. Because Carlos Prates, he's talking about reading data like Piotr Jan. Carlos Prates reads data, reads timing, right? He figures out your timing, and then he goes, okay, I see it. You saw it when he fought Leon Edwards. You saw it when he fought Ian Gary. And then you see it when he fights Jeff Neal. He finds the timing of these guys, and he goes, all right, I'm ready to fucking go now. I'm ready to play. Let's go. I see the angles you're hitting. I see the timing. I see that you like to throw the 1-2 and you like to back out in straight line. I see that you don't cut angles that well. And he said he realizes it. He gets his foot on the outside, blast that sniper like 2, and he set up Jeff Neal with the 1-2, and then he set him up, had Jeff Neal really close to him, and then threw a spinning back elbow, knocked out Jeff Neal. Beautiful KO, gorgeous KO, right? That's at number 9. At number 8, we have Lopes versus Gene Silva. Why does this matter? Gene Silva is known as this dog, as this guy who's a killer. He's a finisher. But Diego Lopes is just this jiu-jitsu guy, right? I mean, I think the only person he really knocked out is Pat Sabatini and Sadiq Youssef. He's known as this like jiu-jitsu guy that's good power, decent power. His striking's not that great. We saw it against Volkanovski. His striking wasn't that good. He has a bounce back fight versus Gene Silva as a big underdog. Gene Silva was a massive favorite in this fight. Gene Silva is known as the striker, great chin, goes forward, pressures you, creative, and Diego Lopes just mounts him, beats his ass, gets on the feet. Gene Silva starts getting his timing. Diego Lopes' timing starts getting the better of Diego Lopes, rocking Diego Lopes, who has a brick head. And then Diego Lopes unleashes this spinning back elbow, knocking out Gene Silva brutally, where Gene Silva looks like a champion, a future champion, to now a maybe championship fringe contender. And that's what Diego Lopes does. I mean, he solidified himself as not even a gatekeeper of the top 4 or 5, but an actual player who can make a run for a championship as he's fighting Volkanovski in February, right? You saw how beautiful, there's the mount right there. You saw how beautiful his striking was against Gene Silva. He made Gene Silva look like Rihanna. If you saw that Rihanna mugshot, that's what he looked like. At number 7, you have Prates KO Leon Edwards. So in the first round, Leon Edwards won that round. He took his back. He was dominating him. You saw that Leon Edwards was putting a lot of pressure, getting the better of the striking exchange. But again, like I said, you don't get the better unless you put Carlos Prates out. You're not getting the better in the striking exchange against him. He gets a read on you, and he will fuck you up, right? And right when Leon Edwards couldn't go for the takedowns anymore, I couldn't get him down. Carlos Prates said I go against Cal Brio all the time. He's better than Leon Edwards. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's better at jiu-jitsu, more technique. And then I go against him, so I know Leon Edwards has no chance against me on the ground. I won't get subbed by him. But then Carlos Prates gets his timing and throws these calf kicks. You see Leon Edwards, his calves are starting to hurt. Then he's like, what? I didn't get hurt. And then Carlos Prates is like, okay. Throws this beautiful 1-2 down the middle. Leon Edwards splits Leon Edwards' guard right down the middle. Leon Edwards never been knocked out in his career. He even said it on the pre-fight press conference. I don't get knocked out, mate. Whatever he said, right, in his British accent. And Carlos Prates said, okay, here's this 2 right down the middle. He literally jumped in the air. If you watched Avengers Endgame, when the Ancient One just pushes Hulk's body, Bruce Banner out of Hulk, and then you just see like them off the ground. That's what Leon Edwards was, right? That was actually mental what he did to Leon Edwards. And Leon Edwards, you saw him like literally, I was on Queer Street. His eyes were gone, and it was just a bad look, right? It was just a bad look. There's his eyes right there. He's just gonzo ball, right? He's gone. He has no idea what's going on. That too, right down the fucking middle of the frame. Look at that frame of Leon Edwards on the left picture. You see that frame trying to frame him out, but Carlos Prates is too long, too lanky, too good. Foot on the outside, just bangs this two right down the center line. Leon Edwards freaking jumps and basically gets decapitated with it. A beautiful knockout by Carlos Prates. At number 6, Imavov versus Adesanya. Imavov's KO versus Adesanya was great. Imavov, you have to understand, Adesanya, he is a good striker, right? Some people say great striker, but he was getting the better of Imavov. You saw him put a lot of muscle on. You have to remember this fight, he put a lot of muscle on for this fight. People thought, oh, Adesanya's back. He's back. He's going to be the guy now. He's back. He's back to being the guy. This fight was a pick-em. It was -110, which means 50-50 either way. The Vegas odds makers had no idea who was going to win this fight. Adesanya comes out very strong in the first round, throwing leg kicks, getting the better of the boxing exchanges versus Imavov. Then Imavov throws this 1-1-2 to basically, he do this one, and then basically cuffed the arms of Adesanya's guard, made Adesanya basically free, his head free for the taking, throws this nice overhand, clips Adesanya, knocks him out in the second round early. It was a beautiful KO. Again, the opponent really matters to me. Who KOs Adesanya, right? Who KOs him? The only person is Alex Pereira, and he's the second person. This is a very great, very good win, and it's an important knockout because the other thing about it, this knockout will stand the test of time in Imavov's whatever. Elijah Smith slamming Kazama, like who gives a fuck, right? Who cares? But Imavov KOing Adesanya is big. You have to put that at number 6. The opponent matters. At number, okay, so there's that overhand right there, right on Adesanya's chin. Fucks him from the back right here on the left side. And yeah, that's what it is. At number 5, Pereira KOing Ankalaev. Not a sexy KO, right? We've seen better KOs in his career, like the head kick to Yuri, or knocking out Adesanya to win the belt, or him with the flying knee. Like we've seen better KOs, or the check hook for Jamal Hill, but he put it on old boy Ankalaev. Ankalaev was a massive favorite in this fight. Pereira said he was sick before going into the fight. The first fight, he was, I was sick. I'm telling you, I'm going to be a killer this fight. I'm going to smoke him. And no one believed him. I didn't believe him at all. And I thought that Ankalaev was going to win. I think he was just too technical. He was too good in the clinch. And I thought Pereira would be sucked into that game where he would just be playing this clinch battle with Ankalaev, who's better than him at that. But then Pereira just walked him down, freaking galloped at him, right? Galloped at him, freaking throws a jab, calf kick, makes Ankalaev switch stance, right? Just puts a lot of pressure on him. Misses the check hook, but he misses the check hook on purpose to set up the overhand. Beautiful by Alex Pereira. I mean, he put it on him, right? Then he gets the ground and pound, hits him with the overhand that wobbles Ankalaev. Ankalaev panic shoots, gets stuffed by Alex Pereira. Then he throws these nasty elbows, these nasty punches and ground and pound to the ribs. And apparently that Magomed Ankalaev had broken ribs heading into the fight. But hey, man, you signed up to fight. You still wanted to fight, so you can't really complain. But Pereira, this knockout is good because Ankalaev, again, champion, has only been beaten one time against Paul Craig in a triangle that he was dominating that fight. He's really never shown any weaknesses in his game besides calf kicks. So him getting rocked like that in the first round and smoked, I mean, that is a big win for Pereira's Tapology record, right? You see that record of his resume, of his legacy. That Ankalaev win, I think that's his best win he's had in his career, because we've seen Izzy with Izzy what happens, right? He's on like a massive losing streak. We saw him lost to Sean Strickland. We saw him lost to Imavov. We saw him lost to Duplessis. We've seen him lose now. Ankalaev, we don't see this guy lose. And he put it on him in like a 2-minute, this fight finished, or like 30 seconds, whatever it was, smashed him. This is a very important KO in the UFC modern history. Number 4, Mauricio Ruffy KOing King Green. I mean, this is pure spectacular knockout. King Green's chin is gone, right? It's been gone for the past like year and a half after Jalen Turner put him in the shadow realm. it's been gone. But Mauricio Hoofy, I mean, this guy put it on him with this spinning back kick. I mean, look, this face down, Bobby Green. Bobby Green couldn't do anything, set him up perfectly through the 1-2, and then completely whiffed on the 1-2 on purpose. So then Bobby Green can parry the 2 and get his hand away from his face to block the kick, where he went from 1-2 to the spin. Beautiful wheel kick, KO finish. That's what you want in a hype prospect until he lost to Benoit Saint Denis. Number 3, Prochazka KOing Rountree. I mean, this fight was just spectacular. Prochazka was a plus 700 dog or plus 600 dog heading into the third round. No one gave him a chance. He looked off. His timing looked like shit. He looked weak in there. He looked like he had no effect on Khalil Rountree. And then he said, I'm going to die in here. It's either I'm going to die or you're going to die, and I'm going to go for it. And he went for it. He put the pace on Khalil Rountree, got him tired, got him very, very tired, and just put the pace on him and knees and elbows in the clinch, and then hits him perfectly with his check hook that just floors him. High kick here. He put Khalil Rountree wanted out of that fight in the third round. He was done. I saw this guy go into, what was it, the third or fourth round versus Pereira in altitude, and then now he's going to the third round against Yuri in normal sea level, and he's getting tired, and Prochazka just put it on him. This was a big win in Prochazka's career, a great comeback victory where he was down 0-2. He was a minus 190 favorite, where people thought he was going to win versus Khalil Rountree, but everybody knew Khalil Rountree was a dangerous opponent. Coming off the Jamal Hill win is Khalil Rountree, and Jiri basically was like, all right, you're more technical than me, but I'm not going to make this a technical battle. I'm just going to put it on you. Warriors code. And he did it. I mean, he hit him with this nasty check hook. Freaking Rountree face plants. The fight was over. It was beautiful. Pereira Prochazka got it done. That was good for him. Number 2, Topuria KOing Oliveira. One of the greatest KOs I've ever seen in my life. Technique-wise, one of the greatest. There's not a lot of fighters that are technical in MMA in the pocket. And Ilia Topuria is technical in the pocket. And that's all that matters. He is so good in the pocket. You don't understand. He has, talk about vision. Like, even I know Piotr Jan's a great boxer, right? But the vision of Ilia Topuria in the pocket, you have to see things in slow-mo the way he's doing it. I mean, he's there in his shell, right? He's in his shell, and then he sees Oliveira throwing this 2. He parries the 2, and then hits him with his own 2. Right? He parries the cross, hits him with his own cross, crumbles Oliveira, then follows up with a check hook that KOs him. I mean, great performance to become a double champion, or not a double champion, a two division champion, and he passed by Mount. He reversed Oliveira, got into crucifix, stood back up with him, traded in the pocket. Oliveira didn't have a great game plan in that fight, but again, great performance by Ilia Topuria. You can't be upset with it. This is a great KO. Again, who puts Oliveira out like that? Not a lot of people put Oliveira out like that. I don't even remember when he was ever fully out like that in his career. I've seen him get TKO'd before, but I've never seen him just out cold the way he was versus Ilia Topuria. Again, a guy that's 145 going up to fight a 155er. I know Oliveira used to fight at 145 almost a decade ago, but Oliveira is now a true 155er, and Topuria just comes in with the power from the 145 that translates to the 155 division and smokes him like that in the first round. That's at number 2. You have to put it there. And at number 1, it's Lerone Murphy KOing Pico. What a comeback win. I'm a Aaron Pico fan. I like Aaron Pico. He is hype. He is very good, bro. You're telling me he has all the skill you need to be a world champion, right? He has all the skill you need to be a world champion. The problem is, he's a bit retarded, right? He's a little bit stupid. He's a little bit moronic. And he put it on Lerone Murphy. The body shots, oh my goodness, along the cage. Lerone Murphy was terrified in there. Absolutely terrified. And then Aaron Pico thought he was like prime TJ Dillashaw. Hits him with this, and he darts to the right. And then Lerone Murphy's like, you're going to fucking dart there? Okay, I'm just going to throw this freaking spinning back elbow. Hits him with this freaking shoulder/tricep. Knocks him out. Crazy, because Aaron Pico's a hype prospect. I know he had some losses in Bellator, But I mean, you have to understand this guy with Golden Gloves champion as an amateur, in boxing, Olympic trial wrestler in wrestling, right? Or he was a very highly touted wrestler. He is that good. Everybody has high praise for him. You know, Bellator is paying this guy as an 0-0 fighter to pay in their organization. He was highly touted as a fighter, and the UFC loves him. That's why the reason why they try to give him Evloev and they gave him Lerone Murphy. They gave him these highly touted bouts. I mean, you saw guys like MVP, who's the former champion at Bellator. He's getting Kevin Holland, right? He's getting Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's not even close to a top 10 fighter in welterweight, right? But Lerone Murphy and Evloev, well, Evloev was number one contender. And Lerone Murphy is a fight away from number one contendership. And they put Aaron Pico right into that mix. Lerone Murphy got the job done on a short camp. You have to put that at number one. It's the best KO of the year. It'll stand the test of time. You'll see that in highlight reels forever. And that's why you have to put it there. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.